Hey guys, this is Joita Moitri, student of grade 9, Apple Tree International School, and today I'm here to talk about unlocking the silence. So yes, in my previous video, which is Chit Chat with Joita, so I have already given you the link to the post of Unlocking the Silence, which is posted on my blog, Explore with Joita. So I have got a lot of response for Unlocking the Silence and also a bunch of questions. So today I will not only answer those questions but also talk more about unlocking the silence, and this is basically a discussion and blabbering about unlocking the silence. That's it. So yes, let's start with what is unlocking the silence. So basically, Unlocking the Silence is an online magazine that I have organized to express the creativity, to explore the creativity of everyone, every students during this quarantine. So Unlocking the Silence over here has 3 segments. That is a literature section, an art section, and an audio video section. So this literature section has some more options of entries. So today I will be basically going through all the options of entries that you can send and discuss a little about it. So first of all, the segment that comes is literature content. So literature content over here has short stories, poems, monologue or dialogue, letters, travel stories, writings on art, writings on music, literary criticisms on movies or books, memories with school, stories of quarantine, stories of achievements. And it is written that literature works may be expressed in English or Bangla. So first of all, you understand the idea of stories, poems, monologue or dialogue writing, letter writing, then travel stories. Yes, I am very eager to read a lot of travel stories, by the way. And next comes is writings on art. So this entry, it might seem a little confusing, so I'm explaining it in detail. So writings on art, I'm basically wanting some writings that will explore art, because I think every creative work has some emotions in it. So art is not just a thing that we look at and just say that, oh my god, it's so beautiful and all, but I think art also has a sense of emotion in it. So I want some writings that will explore and let us experience and understand the emotions in art. So yes, if someone is interested to write about how art impacts their life, or maybe about a famous artist, or maybe their favorite artist, or maybe some interesting tricks or interesting tips on art, they can share anything about art in writing form. That's the idea. Same with writings on music. If you want to write, you can write about Tagore, you can write about Beatles, anything. But I don't really want over here some facts, but I want some emotion-based writing. Writings that will have some really unique contents, writings that will have some voice, that is your voice, not just some a writing filled with facts, but a writing that is filled with your voice, how you perceive music, how you perceive this certain group of musicians or artists, or basically things like that. So I personally really want to see entries for writings on art and or writings on music, and I really want you guys to do it. So please try to give entries in this segment. So next is literary criticisms on movies or books. So I think during this quarantine, we all have, I think, read a lot of books or movies, or watched a lot of movies. So what you can do is you can write your own analysis about a book that you have read or a movie that you have watched. That is basically called literary criticism on movies or books. Next is memories with school. Well, this segment, I personally want a lot of entries, almost all of you to write something about it. Why? Because I think during this quarantine, the pandemic is going on. None of us are being able to do school, go to our school. And although we are doing online classes, but I think we all certainly miss our real schools, right? So I really want some writings on memories with school from all of you, be it small, be it big. doesn't matter, just write something that carries your raw emotions about school, your raw emotions about memories with school. All right, and next is stories of quarantine. That is what you have been doing during this quarantine, what you have been exploring during this quarantine. Everything that basically stories of quarantine. And next is stories of achievements. So if you have achieved something, you can write about it. Again, your experience of achieving it, your feelings of achieving it, what you have explored in the journey of achieving a certain thing, and all this stuff. And then again, I'm mentioning again, all these things can be written in English or Bangla. And one more thing that I would love to mention is one person can submit as many entries as they want in as many categories as they want. So suppose you're writing a short story, you can also write a poem, you can also write a travel story, you can also write writings on music, you can also write criticisms, you can also write memories, you can also write stories of achievements. You can, if you want, you can write about all the 11 things and submit. So as I've said, as many entries in as many categories you want, and there is no word limit, but please try to submit entries in the literature section, because I think a magazine gets its life when there are writings, right? Certainly other contents do help to explore and make it beautiful, but writing is it just brings life to a magazine. So please try to participate in this segment, and I really want a lot of entries for this segment. All right, now next segment is art and design. So art and design is basically any type of artwork is accepted. You can give paintings, sketch, cartoon art, anime art, doodle art, comics, anything and everything. And if you're doing some crafts, anything related to art and design. Personally, I don't know anything about art, so whatever I thought I just put here. So I think you know better than me about if anything is related to art, because I'm absolutely a stupid at art. All right. Next category is again you can send as many entries for art and design. One person can send more than 1 or 2 art entry. Anything, as many as entry you want. Okay, next is visuals, which is audio or video section. This segment is fun. I have kept it because I think in genuine, like normal magazines, we can only explore writings or paintings and all, but audio video section is not possible. So since this is an online magazine section, so that's why I've kept this section, that is audio video. So this contains song covers, poem recitations, and monologue narrations. I could think of these things. This could be nice and formal. But if you want to give something else in the audio video section that you think is creative, you can definitely send. And then again, entries may be in English or Bangla. So you can sing an English song or Bangla song about poems. Same goes for poems or monologue narration. And as many entries as you want. All right. Next is, there is one other section that is I have kept as others. That is self-help, taboos, social issues, psychology and emotions, and mental health. So this section is basically, you can do anything. You can write about any of these things. You can express your ideas on this matter, maybe through wall magazines, art, literature. If you have any other forums, you can. These are basically a bunch of ideas. If you want to work on them, you can definitely do. So yeah, I do want a few entries on this section too. Moral of the story, Joyita wants entries for all the segments. That's the moral of the story. All right. So here I have kept some rules and eligibility things. Let me confirm this thing. That is, any student studying in school and college up to A levels may participate. So yes, this is one of the most important thing, that is not just Apple Tree students or who are currently studying in Apple Tree or something. Everyone, starting from playgroup to grade 12 basically up to A levels, anyone from any school, be it English medium or Bangla medium or English version, anyone from any school can participate. All right, and because I have limited it that you can send English entries as well as Bangla entries. And yes, one participant may submit as many entries as they want. As I have said, send numerous entries, whatever you feel like. Then entries are accepted in both English or Bangla. I've said it. And please, I am welcoming a lot of Bangla entries. So special request to English medium students, try to write in Bangla, and to Bangla medium students, you can write anything you want. But please, I want entries in Bangla. Please, I want it. Next, you may send your entries here. So I've given a mail address, which is unlockingthesilence@gmail.com. So what you will do is, if you are participating in literature segment, you will write it in a Word file. It's better if you write it in a Word file, type it in a Word file and then send it to us in the mail. But if you want to write it down and then take a picture of your written work, you can do it as well. For artworks, do the artwork, take a picture of your artwork and send it to us in this mail. For other categories, like others section and audio video section, same, send it to us through the mail. And also, when you send your entries, please mention your full name, your school name, your grade, and it is optional if you attach one of your photo, that's if you want it. And the deadline is 18th October 2020. So that's about unlocking the silence. I have just read the post. I will give the link of this post in the description box below. You can check it out once again. Now, let me say something about it, that is, unlocking the silence. I'm trying to make it really creative, making it really organized. So one idea I can give it to you, that is, suppose if you're participating in art entry, suppose you are really interested in art, what you can do is you can write something about your work. Maybe how art influences you. If you're singing a song, you can just write maybe 50 words, do it. In this way, what will happen is the entire thing will be more organized rather than just random art entries or random video or music entries. It will just be more organized and look more creative. That's the thing. And now let me answer some questions, the questions that I've got from Schoology and Appletree Central, which are my school websites. So the first question that I've got on unlocking the silence is it safe? So, all right, this question has been written by, I think, the most amount of people, the most amount of people. And I actually got speechless the first time I saw this question. And first of all, of course, it is safe. And I actually want to listen from those who have written this, that I have less idea about safety and security. I truly feel it, because I don't understand how an online magazine can be not safe. I have explained what entries I want. I want some writing entries, I want some art entries, I want some your song entries that will be published. Oh, all right. And if you think I can misuse your entries, I can maybe use it somewhere else or do something, well, I am not that bad. I'm a really sweet person. You can trust me about it. So it is completely safe. So open your mind and participate. Now the next entry is, can I submit more than one? That I have said, that is, you can submit as many entries you want in as many categories you want. Now, the next question is, do teachers know about this? So this is by our school students. So since this is a student organized magazine, so first of all, let me talk a little about this. That is, the school does not hold any responsibility for this magazine. Okay, this is a student organized magazine. I, as a student of Appletree, am organizing it. Some other students are helping me too. That is really great. But the school administration or the teachers do not carry the responsibility of publishing it or organizing it. Now, about teachers knowing it, I have given the post publicly in our school website, so our teachers obviously know about this. And I have an interesting information to share with all of you, that is, for Appletree students, our principal, Yam sir, knows about this, and he especially said that he supports this initiative a lot and he has liked this idea a lot. So I know you don't care me and you don't really care to send entries, but Yam sir knows about this, so please send. Keep my respect. All right, the next question is, what is this? Well, I don't really know how to answer, because if I answer what is this once again, then the last 15 minutes and 15 seconds would be pointless. So this is an online magazine and I've explained what is this in the last 15 minutes. Thank you. The next question is, can I submit something else that is not mentioned here? Yes, very important question. That is, as I've mentioned at the beginning, I want this magazine to be really creative and full of creative works. So I have divided the SEC magazine into 3 sections: literature, art, and what else? Yeah, audio video section. So if your entry falls in these 3 categories or something that is creative, definitely send. I added something that I could think of. Like one person was writing if they can submit their photographies or bullet journal. So definitely send your entries and also write something about your passion for that entry. You will be like, Joita, always encouraging for writings. As expected, of course. And the next is, how do I send? Yes, I have said, if it's a writing entry, type it and send it to us on the mail unlockingthesilence@gmail.com. And if it's a painting, click a picture of it, send it in the same mail. If it's a video or audio, send it in the mail. So that's basically the summary of this whole Unlocking the Silence. Now, as I've said, guys, this is my first such initiative. So I already got a lot of responses from people, but I really want more entries, especially for literature and audio video section, because as I've said, a magazine can never get a full life without literature section, right? So please try to send it. And that school, Apple Tree does not, the school authority of Apple Tree International School does not hold any responsibility, but they completely support this. And it's not just limited to Apple Tree. Any student who are from playgroup to grade 12 up to A levels can send in English or Bangla and submit your entries no later than 18th October 2020. That's it. I'm done finally. So yes, if you have any further questions, you can ask me in the comment section below or under my blog post or even in my Schoology or Apple Tree Central. Anywhere you want, just ask it and I'll answer. Don't worry. And yeah, thank you so much for listening for so long. Wow, I speak a lot. All right, bye. Thank you. Stay safe, stay cool, and chiki chiki.